Virtual reality plays more into the essential truth of cinema, which is the desire to get lost. We all wish to wander the tattered halls of some Gothic castle or step through and onto some alien beach. And this idea to get lost, this desire for transport, is something that virtual reality lifts from film. The biggest question about immersive environments and story is whether I have agency and whether I'm a character or participant in the story, or whether I'm a phantom following along. And once we determine that at the beginning of writing or building an idea, we can write accurately to it, but it's a very, very challenging assignment.
Telling a 360 story isn't always what you think it's going to be. The workflows are very complicated and you have to be patient. How does the person get through the story? Where do you want the person to look? How do you want the viewer to hear the story? All of these technologies are just being created.
So the filmmaker is part filmmaker, part architect, and that there are these series of conditions, this array of stimuli that must be placed into the environment to drive point of interest, to bring the viewer along with the story that you want to tell. But again, in the end, it's this sense of perhaps this will work, perhaps this will not work, and we have to accept that as filmmakers. And that's something that's dangerous and terrifying to a lot of traditional filmmakers, but very exciting to the rest of us.
Since VR is so early in its days, it's not always easy. What you think is going to work doesn't necessarily always work. You have developers working alongside creatives. So there's this intersection that is going to begin happening.
Our storytellers and our technologists must work together to create the most appropriate experience for our audience. Before we even put pen to paper, we must be enormously well versed in what is possible, what isn't possible, and why it's not possible, so that we can break it.
It won't just be about the artistry, it'll be about the technology that's pushing the artistry. And the new artists coming online want to understand the technology because they want to push the story further.